M.Ciddy, a.k.a. Meteor Man. M.Ciddy's
this
in the
nigga,
building.
man.
URL
Official.
M.Ciddy's in the building, man. What's up, M.Ciddy?
Yeah, man. What's good, man? Shit, chilling. You know what I'm saying?
M.Ciddy, what's going on, man? Welcome to URL's Battle Rap Arena, man.
What's good? Shit. Like, what's new with y'all?
Nothing much, man. We're just kicking it, man. I just finished watching your battle with Bill Collector. That crazy battle, by the way. That could have been on the stage.
I appreciate it.
That could have been on the stage or something like this. Also, but you made a Twitter comment. You said that you think Raw is going to get bodied 03?
Yeah, I don't think you know what I mean. I think Rosenberg Raw a real talented battle rapper and shit, but I just don't think he's gonna beat JC around and shit. That's just my personal opinion and shit.
You don't think he's gonna win one round?
I don't think he's gonna win a round with JC. Not even because he whack or no shit like that. Because you know, obviously he not whack. Because the nigga could rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? We all could rap, but I'm just saying, like, just as far as the matchup goes, I just think JC might be out of his league and shit. As far as like bar for bars and shit goes.
You're going to be in the building, right?
He's actually battling.
Shit.
Actually, he's battling Big Cannon. Now, let's get on. Let's touch on that. What do you think? What do you think of the problems Big Cannon's going to bring to you? What do you think is going to be a strategy to beat you? How are you going to handle Big Cannon?
Some shit I could say, like, you know, Big Cannon is not no generic nigga. Like, he's not generic. He's not gonna have shit that don't apply to me. He's not gonna have like 6 minutes worth of shit that, you know, can be said to anybody. He's gonna have personals and shit. His stage presence and like delivery and shit. But like other than that shit, man, everybody know Big Cannon can't fuck with me bar for bar. Everybody know that shit, like bar for bar. But like delivery and stage presence, man, Big Cannon probably just got that over me. That's pretty much it. And that shit gonna really help him too, because the more motherfuckers, you know, in the building, the more you definitely gotta have stage presence and all that.
Now, since you know that that's his strengths and maybe those aren't your strengths to battle, have you put more of an onus on it to perform a little better for people can see that out? Because a lot of people don't know you're a really funny dude. I mean, you're ugly as shit, but you're also a funny dude.
This motherfucker Norris, dog. This nigga, you know what I'm saying, man? I can do jokes and shit like that. Like, I'm trying to just basically make my shit a little bit more all around and shit like that. So like, cause when you like so good at one shit, I'm like at one thing, like a lot of people don't really give you credit for a lot of your other stuff, you know, like prime example, like a lot of people would say some shit like, Bill Collector they'll be like, Bill Collector isn't lyrical or some shit like that. Like, average person be like, Bill Collector isn't lyrical, he could just perform or some shit. But like the nigga could rap, you know what I'm saying? He be having punchlines and shit. It's just that he performs so good, you kind of like sleep on his bars and shit. So like, I think that's the same shit with me. A lot of motherfuckers be like, damn, this nigga can't really perform, but because like my punchlines and all that shit just be so crazy, so it kind of take away a lot from my from my other shit.
Now, a lot of people never really seen your personality, and that's why when I asked that question, my point was, people see you as a very lyrical battler, almost in a sense of, and I don't think this is an insult because I think this guy is great, as almost like a Midwest version of Rich Dollars. Now, a lot of people take Rich Dollars and they don't give him the credit he deserves because he's more of a throwback. He's more, in my opinion, more of the mooks. And that's kind of where you fit in. You guys never show your personalities in terms of your battles. Now, is that one of the reasons you feel as if maybe you're not getting the credit you deserve?
Oh yeah, I think that, you know, like real shit, I think that's definitely a part of the reason. Like, I'm glad you actually asked that shit too, because like I didn't had people tell me that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, shouts out to Metaphors and Real Rap and shit. I did an interview for them and shit, and like the chick was like, yo, man, I did not even fucking like you as a rapper. Like, real shit, she straight up fucking told me that shit. She was like, yo, didn't I talk to you? Like, you funny as a motherfucker. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, man, that shit crazy. She was like, how come you not, like, funny in your battles and shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, maybe because I feel like, you know, like, when I grew up watching battles and shit and, like, the type of battle styles I used to, like, watch and shit when I was young, like, battles are different. Like, the old smacks and URLs are, like, completely different and shit. They're like, you know what I mean? Like the old smacks are more so like kind of more of on the spot battles and shit. Like you couldn't really tell how Miles and X personality was when they was on the old smacks. You can kind of tell how them niggas is now and shit if you watch it. You could tell X is a funny-ass nigga because if you watch the new smacks, X got jokes. But if you watch the old shit, he really didn't have jokes. He was just straight-up bars and shit. And that's kind of the shit I like more. Like, I like just, like, straight-up bars and shit, like, on-the-spot type shit.
Now, this sport has become almost an international sport. Like, the stage is getting bigger, the venues are getting bigger, and we're expecting more out of DMCs. It's becoming literally entertainment, so you have to cross over to different genres. What are you going to do to cross those different genres so you don't get left behind?
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna definitely just bring more stuff to the style and shit like that. Like, just try doing stuff people ain't really doing, you know, like doing little slogans and this and that type shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole motherfucking, the whole like Lil You Said shit I tried on Beat Magic, you know what I'm saying? That shit was, you know what I mean, a little beginning of some shit I got. Just basically have like, you know, like witty ways of saying my punchlines is like not necessarily the classic like way, you know, just basically breaking it down so I'm kind of dissing a nigga low key and shit. That stuff for the camera, you know what I'm saying, that's going to come back and be looking fresh as hell on camera, basically that way.
Yeah, I like the one you said that you said, and that was cool. Like, you kind of switched it up, and you took his raps and kind of used it against him.
Yeah.
Now, you're on the stage. This is obviously your biggest battle ever in the sense where this is the most people that are going to see you at one time. How are you going to deal with everything? Like, what are you going to do what does this mean to you be in front of your hometown? The building's going to be rocking. It's going to probably be like 2,000 people in there. How do you feel you're going to handle this pressure? Like,
well, you know, definitely, like, shit, the pressure definitely there and shit, because I feel like out of all the niggas from Michigan and shit, like, I probably got, like, the most pressure out of any of them niggas because, you know, like I'm not Calico, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, the most, like, liked nigga right now, you know what I'm saying? It's not like people fuck with me. Like, it's just, like, I'm not really, like, the most popping right now and shit. But, like, everybody know me in the city, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, so niggas, you know, don't really know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to really show up. I got to show people that I could, like, be different. I could be funny and shit. You know, I just got to basically be kind of more all around this battle, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot more pressure for me being from Michigan, like, than Big Cannon. So, like, the bar is raised a lot higher for me and shit like that. And, like, everybody's saying, like, Detroit, you're going to be biased towards a lot of out-of-towners. Like, man, Detroit don't give a fuck. They'll boo a nigga from Detroit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll let niggas know that shit in a minute, man. I done seen niggas from Detroit get booed. So that shit ain't even the case. Like my nigga Clean said, dog, like, if they don't give a fuck if they grandma up there. If grandma ain't spitting dope, boo, grandma, get the fuck off the stage. Simple as that shit. Like, man, so, you know, you definitely just gotta rise to the occasion and shit. Niggas just probably really want me to go real crazy because I definitely feel like I was one of the most overlooked niggas from the proving grounds and shit like that. Definitely, like, out of the Johns and Rosenbergs and the Cleans and the Bills, I was probably one of the most overlooked niggas and shit. So
now, you stated that you felt like you was one of the most overlooked people.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you going to take this opportunity right now in this stage that you should be regarded as the best in this class?
Shit. Like, not even, like, the class. I'm talking about period, man. I don't like not even the class. I just want to be like, man, it don't even bother me that niggas don't say the class. I'm just trying to be one of the best niggas, period. Like, a nigga, I want niggas to be like, man, that nigga City went the best rookie and shit like that. But, man, that nigga came back. That nigga out cold now, man. Like, I don't see them top-tier niggas fucking with that nigga now. Like, I mean, I want niggas to be like, damn, like, that nigga really out cold, dog.
I mean, do you see that opportunity on this stage coming on Saturday?
Yeah, like, I definitely do it. I think there's probably like a real good opportunity to really show people what I could really do and shit. And like and really as far as opponent wise too, it's definitely opponent that I feel like I could be really versatile on and shit. Like it was real hard for me to really battle Bill Collector because at the time he didn't really have no shit out. And like Norbs know it, like he didn't really have no shit out.
But you did a great job though with the play on the names. I you know, one of the lines stick out of my head. No girls pick up when you call because you're a bill collector.
Yeah, and you know it's good looks though. But like you know, like that was basically like the only angle I could take is just do name flips and shit. And like name flips will only really get you so far and shit for a 3-minute 3-round battle and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to use personals and shit on the nigga. Like talk about a nigga, like talk about like real shit on a nigga and shit. But like I never really could do that versus anybody because like I didn't really never battle nobody that I could really like watch none of their old battles or really get personals on. But like man, when I could get that shit and when I could get deadly in action, man, it's a wrap.
So is that what we're going to see on Saturday night against Big Cannon?
Yes, I like put it this is no back-to-back punchline shit. Put it that fucking way. So like I'm not really taking that formula really. I'll do that shit when I battle like people like this kind of up and coming, but for niggas' names like I'm really battling Big Cannon, so it's a big difference.
All right, 916 PZ Fresh. You got a question for M.Ciddy?
Yo, what's going on, M.Ciddy?
Yo, what up, G?
What's up? If there's one person you can get in that ring with after Big Cannon, who would it be?
Anybody like shit like something like possible or something possible. Shit, I don't know. Like really, like I'm not gonna be like everybody else and like say they want somebody that's been holding it down on the main stage. Like shit, if I get somebody like shit, John Adana, Rosenberg Ross, some shit like that, like that even be good with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nobody like top tier from URL or some shit, but somebody that's been holding it down in the proving grounds, like I'll take them on the main stage or some shit.
That's what's up.
Well, who is the top tier person that you would like though? If you had the chance.
Shit, like I'd probably battle DNA just because like he a young dude, like we like around the same age and shit. So like I think that just would be an out cold ass punchline battle and shit. Just like as far as like a Midwest nigga versus like an East Coast nigga and shit.
No doubt. I was listening. Somebody said something earlier that AR-16 against you. We just had AR-16. He's the latest YouTube video to drop on URL's Battle Rap Arena. We just had him on the show a couple of days ago. AR-16, would that interest you at all?
Well, we was like actually supposed to battle, like Norbs know, like we had that battle confirmed and shit. But like, you know, I had already like we didn't have a date set up, and I actually got 3 rounds like written for AR-16 that like, you know what I mean, that was ready for the battle. But I had a battle like out in Baltimore, you know, shout out to Pit Fights, you know, shocking them. They had flew me out to do that. And you know, I didn't have a date for the AR-16 battle, so I'm like, yo, like figure out the date or whatever, and we could do it and switch up the date. And you know, I'm all for it. And you know, like I guess it just ain't go through, you know. And then Norbs just hit me up, and then they like offered Big Cannon and shit. So I was just like, man, fuck it. But like me and AR could still get it in on the main stage if he trying to get killed. Like I still torch his ass, but you know he was like this nigga was like talking real crazy. Like I'd like you could ask Norbs. I specifically told Norbs like we could switch a date and I'll still do the battle and shit. And this nigga AR hop on Twitter saying I'm ducking him and shit like that. You know, like that clown shit. So I'm just like that kind of just like take away the hip hop aspect of it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, that kind of had me a little salty about it. Had me not really even wanting to fuck with that nigga.
So he pulled a move that you really didn't respect.
Like, yeah, I just ain't respect that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then it could have hit me up on 3-way with Norbs, you know what I mean? We could have chopped it up or whatever. Like, even if Norbs didn't want to offer Big Cannon shit, he could have had AR-16 come out to Detroit, and I would have gladly battled AR-16 in Detroit or came out to New York, like, when I could. You know, I'm just a man of my word, and I wasn't going, like, welch out on the battle I had already confirmed and, like, I was getting paid for and all that shit, so. You know, like that's basically how this shit went.
Yo, Big Jose, you got any questions for M.Ciddy?
M.Ciddy was good, man. It's Big J.K. Smack Timekeeper, man. What's going on?
What up, though?
I'm disagreeing with a lot of stuff, man. First and foremost, man, M.Ciddy, man, I think right now you ready for a top 10 nigga, man. I gave you the young ill treatment when I first seen you against Bill Collector. Like, who is this nigga? And then after your first round, kid, you proved to me, man, you got bars. And then against B Magic, you showed personality with almost the fake handshake and the you said. And I consider you right now, big dog, one of the top rookies in the game. Your bars are crazy. You are no nonsense type guy. You one of my faves right now, man. I'm telling you, one of my favorites, M.Ciddy, man. You cold, man. You really got bars, man. Don't look at yourself like you ain't ready for a top tier cat. I mean, I see a lot of these battle rappers, and I'm telling you right now, you cold, man. You got bars. So I just want to say, real talk, man. You cold, man. You got bars, man. Don't.
Man,
you
still
the
looks,
truth,
my
man.
dude. Real shit. Like, good looks, my dude. But like, you know what I mean? The whole shit was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could probably get in there with a top tier nigga, like, and I could definitely hold it down. I could probably kill a lot of niggas that is top tier. But it's the whole. I kind of think about the business aspect of it because, like, you know, it's a lot of dudes I would really want to get in there with, but I already know them niggas would be like, I ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they got more to lose than a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you throw fucking Chris Paul in there with fucking Isaiah Thomas or some shit, he gonna, like, Chris Paul gonna be more hyped to cross over Isaiah Thomas. You know, Isaiah Thomas ain't gonna give a fuck about the battle, you know what I'm saying? About the basketball game and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be old as hell. But, you know, just cause it's Isaiah Thomas, you know, a nigga gonna be more hungry for that. So, you know, like, a lot of these dudes ain't gonna really try getting in there with, like, a lot of young rookies. That's why come you got a lot of people really, really ducking a lot of the proving ground dudes, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold you up. Like, it might not seem like that, but a lot of the top tier niggas don't want to get in there with proving ground niggas, man. I'm telling you, at Norbs, no, man. Niggas don't.
No, and it's funny because I tell all the guys, like, listen, you become top tier not because you battle a top tier nigga. You become top tier because the fans want to see you. And, like, I give the perfect example, B Magic versus QP. That might be the best battle of the year. And they're popping right now because they perform. You don't necessarily, you don't get defined because you battle a top tier nigga, whatever it is, whoever. I think it's a mental game with that. Now, having said that, Ciddy, like, I think Ciddy's a great lyrical dude. He doesn't, this is my personal opinion, you don't sell yourself out there like the other battlers. Like, for instance, Tsunami Surfer is constantly on Twitter, constantly blogging, playing the entertainment aspect that you don't usually do. Are we going to see more of that of you, of maybe seeing more blogs, showing your personality in terms of the internet, not even necessarily in battles, but in terms of who you are as an individual? Because we don't know nothing about you besides the fact that you battle.
Yeah, real shit though. Like, and like my only footage is battles. Like, I don't really got like no I don't got no freestyles up either. Like, I just got shit like, you know what I mean, like some verses I done wrote and then just cooked the nigga with shit like that. So like, not too many niggas really, you know what I mean, know too much of the ins and outs and shit. Or the shit I be on, like everyday life type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm really gonna get more into that shit. You know what I mean? Definitely pretty soon and shit. You know, put out some music for niggas, have little freestyles and shit like that. I'm trying to organize a Detroit cipher and shit, or like just a Michigan cipher in general. Have a lot of niggas like, you know, me, Clean, JC and shit all in there talking shit. You know what I mean? Spitting bars and shit like that. So
it's crazy to me because, like I said, like when I first met M.Ciddy, I didn't really know anything about him. And when I hung out with him, I was like, yo, this nigga cool as shit. Like, I took him to a Spanish restaurant. This is fucking hilarious. Get to the Spanish restaurant, out of my food, and M.Ciddy's literally just staring at me. And I'm like, Ciddy, what do you want? And he's like, dog, I ain't never had this type of food. That shit is bad. I'm sitting there, and I had an order for this nigga, and he's looking at me like, yo, what do I do? And I'm looking at this nigga like, you never had Puerto Rican food, man. And just knowing that would really, really open my mind to like, damn, like it kind of got me to know him, and it made me laugh because you don't understand how different a New York dude is from a Detroit dude until you get to know him, and I think that's something you really got to start letting people do is know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real shit though. Like real talk.
you know how many funny stories we have from just battles, shit that happens.
Real shit, though.
Yeah, man, like shit happens that the fans don't see that. We gotta start putting out. You know, that's why I said I can't wait to do this 24/7 thing with the fans. It's gonna be crazy. Detroit's gonna be insane. M.Ciddy, you know you gotta rock the house when you're in there. I'm excited, man. I don't know if you're excited, but I know I am.
The city gonna be so crazy this weekend. Like that shit, it's gonna be so crazy. Like, cause Detroit fuck with that battle shit so heavy. You know, like especially with the whole like 8 Mile shit or whatever. You know what I mean? So that like battle, the whole battle culture, it's real popular in Detroit. So I'm pretty sure the whole city gonna come out to it, and not even just Detroit. Like people from all over Michigan gonna come there. You know what I mean? Pontiac gonna be real heavy up in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slide through with some Ipsy niggas and shit like that. You know what I mean?
How is the energy in the city right now? Are people coming up to you, or what's the support like?
Like, not necessarily me. I'm one of them niggas to be on the move and shit a lot, but you know, like my phone be like going off and shit. Niggas is calling me and shit. Like niggas I ain't talked to in like 3 years calling me up from high school. It's like, nigga, where the battle at? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody trying to slide through in the battle, and I'm like, man, just come out and support. Oh yeah, and another thing I gotta say, niggas, a lot of niggas that be acting funny and shit. They'd be like, yo, man, I can't come to the battle, man. $30 is so expensive for the battle. Look, man, and I'm not talking to, like, nobody specific. I'm just saying, man, don't be cheap when it comes to the battles, man. If you see 8 battles for $30, think about it. That's like $4 or $5 and shit for a classic battle that you going to bitch about that's going to get released anyway. Niggas be sitting at home, miss the events, and then they want to turn to little bitches and be like, smack is a whole ass nigga for not releasing this shit. And they could have just paid $30 to come to see the battles. Just stop doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just keep that junk real or whatever, and you know, just come out, support the battle rappers that y'all say y'all mess with. If you know what I mean, if you mess with Arsenal, if you mess with Calico, not even if you don't even like me, man, just come out to the battles and watch like niggas like JC and Rosenberg, Clean and Tay Rock, you know what I'm saying, X and Rich and shit like that. You know, it's gonna be a real good look for the whole city and shit.
908 Rob, you got any questions? You got any last comments, questions?
Oh, yo, what's up, City?
It was good.
Yo, just before I ask you anything, that battle with you and Bricks, that's probably like one of my favorite battles I ever seen. Just putting that out there. But
yeah, real talk. Good looks, man. Good looks.
Yeah, you already. But you think that, you know, having a battle in the Midwest, would you have preferred a non-Midwest person to battle?
Yeah, I really would have. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, because like I battled some people from like I did battle a lot of people from Chicago and shit. Like a couple, like 3 people from Chicago, and you know, like it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Chicago real heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with Gracie, like pulling all of them and shit, and even Big Cannon. You know, I got a lot of respect for him for an artist and just like real dude and shit. But you know, like man, like at the end of the day, it ain't like on no beat type shit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely just competitors at the end of the day. That's just our nature when we get in there in that ring. You know, like shit. I know at the end of the day, shit, Big Cannon can say whatever, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna break me to the point I'm not like be cool with the nigga, no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know I'm gonna say my shit too. So, you know what I mean? It's gonna be whatever after the battle. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, we gonna both put on a show and shit. And the battle should, if not help both of us, if not just one of the niggas, you know what I'm saying? It should just help both of us, because I already know we gonna put on a show. Big Cannon, out cold ass battle rap nigga. I spit my shit, he spit his shit. So it's gonna be a good look.
Let's get 818 in there for a question. 818.
I know who this is.
Yeah.
I have to clear the board for her because she cursed me out on Twitter.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to know, who do you feel is the most overrated URL rapper, like right now? Like, who do you feel out of the top tier?
Like, man, like I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Like, and this was a nigga like that was actually in my top 5 after a battle, and like I just feel like after that shit, they just really didn't live up to the potential after that shit. I think like Goods, man, like. And like no taking away from Goods, you know, shit, because like he a nice rapper and shit, but I just feel like he gotta bounce back a little bit more, because like, man, I was there for the Hollow the Dime battle live, man, and, you know, like, it kind of made me, like, fuck with Goods a little bit less, you know, after the whole bottle incident and shit, and, like, I feel like that was just an escape route for him, you know what I mean, to kind of get away from, like, losing and shit. And, you know, like, other than that, like, Goods nice, but, like, I just kind of think he a little overrated because he really didn't do too much. Only, like, when he really got just, like, clear as a conceited shit.
You're not the only battle rapper to say that on this show. We gotta get Goods back on this show eventually. Norbs, you'll be on tomorrow night.
For me, I'm gonna be on tomorrow night.
M.Ciddy, thanks a lot, man.
Man, good looks. I appreciate that shit.
My next show is gonna be at my hotel room. I'm gonna be broadcasting. My next show is gonna be at my hotel room. I'm gonna be broadcasting. My next show is gonna be at my hotel room. I'm gonna be broadcasting. My next show.